right now on 5 on Your Side at 10.
Their mother vanished 5 years ago.
We're just at a standstill and we don't know where to go from here.
How Betty Alexander's children have held on to hope as the search continues. A tutorial in totality, turning the eclipse into a teaching moment.
And we've left it to classroom teachers to dive in as much as they thought was acceptable at their grade level.
How schools in the path of the total solar eclipse are shining a light from under the moon's shadow. All eyes on the skies tomorrow, but will they be safe? We show you how to protect your vision during the eclipse. But first,
rain and storms moved through earlier today, and as they continue to clear out, will clouds return for the eclipse? We'll talk about earlier storms and track the cloud cover for the eclipse ahead.
good evening. I'm Mark Maxwell. Mike Bush has the night off. Turbulent weather swept through much of St. Louis as storms built even stronger. In Illinois earlier today, we've seen high winds, rain, and hail. But what does all of it mean for tomorrow's eclipse? We've got Gary Frank here with a look at our weather first forecast. So Gary, the question everybody wants to know, what kind of a clear shot are we going to have with cloud cover and all that?
I know, and it was kind of a hiccup today, right, with storms that bubbled up throughout the area. But I think the positive is as that system moved through, that's going to clear us out to some degree, but there still are going to be a few clouds that we have to navigate by tomorrow afternoon. At the moment right now, we're starting to clear out. Things are much better. As you can see, those storms that I mentioned earlier that moved through, and the last front that moved through that created issues in Metro East and areas in central Illinois has pushed through. And behind it, things are starting to clear out just a little bit. I do want to point out where a few of the storms still remain. They finally pushed through Flora and Mount Vernon. Another spot that I'll see you for the eclipse tomorrow. Hopefully it stays dry in Mount Vernon. It will stay dry tomorrow, but temps in the mid 60s or low 50s depending on how soon it's rained. And even in those areas in Mascoutah at 49, some of those spots where you got a little bit of rain, you actually had some fog that has developed right now of recent. And overall, I think for the most part, as we continue to look at conditions here starting to pick up, what you'll see is over the next several days, we're feeling pretty good about the eclipse. We've got some rain chances that are going to settle in by midweek, but I think as clouds start to separate, we'll start off maybe sunny tomorrow morning, feeling really good about it, but then clouds are going to increase, and there's still of the high variety. We'll talk about why that is important as we look at how the high clouds are settling in and which areas are going to be most likely impacted by any of those clouds throughout the peak totality at 2 o'clock tomorrow.
The next time the sun comes up, the moon will blot it out. The Great American Eclipse is tomorrow. The rare celestial event already drawing people from all over the country. Many of them are traveling hundreds of miles to experience that total eclipse. 5 on Your Side's Holden Kerwicki spent the weekend in Carbondale where they'll get over 4 minutes of totality. Holden, what are SIU officials doing to prepare for the possibility of clouds?
Well, Mark, that's a question I've been asked at least a dozen times today as rain drifted in and out of the area. This is an event that won't happen in southern Illinois for another 300 years. So SIU researchers are investing $500,000 to live stream the entire eclipse so that no student is left in the dark.
At Wingate Elementary in Mascoutah, students in kindergarten through 5th grade are crossing their T's and dotting their I's ahead of the Great American Eclipse.
See, our older kids understand it a little bit more. Some of our little ones weren't born the last time there was an eclipse.
That's why Principal Kim Henriquez is encouraging her staff to use their position near the path of totality as a teaching tool.
The teachers are going to be showing videos, looking at how it happens, why it happens, how often it happens, and they'll be going outside in different times throughout the afternoon to see the differences that are taking place.
We're almost twice as long as 2017, so it will be darker. You will see more stars. Planets will come out. You'll get 360 degrees of sunset. So it's amazing.
Since clouds are always a concern with any eclipse, Southern Illinois University is partnering with NASA to stream the eclipse to classrooms across the world, regardless of their distance from totality.
We have 80 telescopes placed across the entire continent of North America. So we will be imaging the eclipse from the moment it starts in Mazatlan, Mexico, all the way up until it leaves Canada.
The live feed will feature interviews with NASA scientists who will be able to add context to the different color dimensions captured with specialized lenses, allowing them to study the sun.
Research we're doing can only be done during an eclipse. There's a part of the atmosphere of the sun that we don't normally get to see. So the eclipse gives us an opportunity to study that part. But as an educator, we also have the opportunity to work with the community, work with the schools, and get them excited about science.
And we want kids to realize that this isn't going to happen again for a long time. So we need to enjoy it and learn as much about it as we can at the time.
For more information on how to access SIU's live stream of the eclipse, just go to KSDK.com and look for this story under the As Seen on TV tab. 5 on Your Side will also be having special coverage of the Great American Eclipse tomorrow starting at 1 o'clock and continuing through totality. Reporting live in Carbondale, Holden Kerwicki, 5 on Your Side.
We're all gearing up for the celestial spectacle of that solar eclipse, but amid the excitement, there are crucial safety precautions to consider, especially when it comes to protecting your eyes and your kids' eyes from the sun's intense rays. Senior investigative reporter Paula Vassan delves deep into expert advice.
Downtown St. Louis is brimming with excitement and visitors. People like David White from Chicago.
I'm very excited about it, can't wait for it.
Tomorrow morning, he'll be driving roughly 2 hours to Carbondale, Illinois. It's on the center line of the path of totality.
All the hotel rooms were full in Carbondale, so we had to stay here.
So we checked with him about what's arguably the most important thing in his suitcase.
Do you have your eclipse glasses yet?
I do. Got 5 of them for me and my family.
Thankfully, the people we met today all have the right glasses like these. But some viewers tell the I-Team they've been fooled by third-party suppliers selling knockoffs. So we've consulted with leading experts.
First off, make sure your glasses have this safety coat on them. It's an international filter standard to look directly at the sun. But Dr. Susanna Kohler with the American Astronomical Society tells the I-Team anyone can put that code on their glasses. So make sure your glasses are from the organization's list of approved suppliers and retailers.
And they're made by one of the manufacturers that's on the list for,
Okay, you did your homework.
Yes.
If you still need glasses, experts advise you try finding them at one of the chain retailers on the approved list, like Lowe's and Walmart. That's if they're still in stock. And what about our little ones? Ensure children's glasses fit properly and cover their eyes entirely. For added safety, indirect viewing methods such as pinhole projection are recommended. This solar eclipse enthusiast says the hassle is well worth it. He saw the last eclipse back in 2017.
Can't wait to see it again. Anytime I go, anytime there's an eclipse in the United States, I'm there.
With the right glasses. For the I-Team, Paula Vassan, 5 on Your Side.
And Paula wants to answer more of your eclipse questions. You can email her directly at pvassan@ksdk.com. And if you're not able to get outside and use those glasses for yourself tomorrow, we've got you covered. You can tune into 5 on Your Side's live coverage along that path of totality from 1 through 2:30. You can also stream that coverage on our 5+ app. A man is dead after police say he attacked a woman in North St. Louis. Police say a woman and her boyfriend were driving when they got into an argument with another driver. They pulled over at North Riverfront Park when an altercation broke out. The woman says the other driver started punching and choking her, so she grabbed a knife and stabbed him. He was taken to a nearby hospital and later died. Police are investigating what happened. Police are investigating another death in North St. Louis, this one on Blair Avenue. Officers responded to calls for shots fired there, but the victim, a 19-year-old man, was already taken to a hospital where he died. Anyone with information on either of these incidents is asked to call police, or you can leave an anonymous tip with Crime Stoppers at 866-371-TIPS. Tonight, a family in Sullivan, Missouri is holding on to hope they'll one day find their missing loved one. It's been 5 years and still no contact. 72-year-old Betty Alexander disappeared from her home in April 2019. Travis Cummings reports on how her children are dealing with the uncertainty.
We look to you for not only answers, but for a miracle.
There's a strong plea behind this prayer.
Knowing we still have no answers, not even a single clue where she is. It's been hard to hold on to hope.
Tanya Miller and John Schoenville outside the doors of their church on a desperate search to find their 72-year-old mother, Betty Alexander. She went missing without a trace from her apartment in Sullivan on April 10, 2019. The only things left behind, her purse and glasses she kept close. Fentanyl medication she was prescribed for pain was missing. Over the last 5 years, her children have found refuge in their faith.
We just put our faith in the Lord that He'll bring us some answers. That's the best we can do.
And from people near and far online.
We have a Bring Betty Home page, and the people that are just from all over the United States, other countries that are out there that are praying for us.
Miller says they haven't had any updates from authorities in the last year.
As far as the police department goes, it's kind of just sitting on a shelf there. They don't have the resources to be able to work it, and we have a highway patrol detective that's working it in his spare time.
For this family, there's a lot to miss.
Having her there for the support, for hugs.
Grandchildren that she hasn't met, and her cooking for sure.
They're keeping their hearts open to help in hopes they'll one day find closure.
Maybe we could get the community to rally and communicate with the State Patrol, Sullivan PD, to kind of encourage them to maybe revisit the case would be fantastic.
Travis Cummings, 5 on your side.
Sullivan police are still looking for tips on how to find Betty Alexander. You can call at 573-468-8001. She's 4 feet, 11 inches tall and weighs 145 pounds. Dark brown hair with blonde highlights and blue eyes. There's a $20,000 reward for anyone who has information that can help find her.